Welcome back, everybody. It's good to see you. So, like I was saying, we're going to read this random paragraph I opened to from Pema Chodron's Start Where You Are, A Guide to Compassionate Living. The paragraph I found was, just as you accumulate merit by going beyond hope and fear and saying, let it be, the same is with the don't. There is some sense of let it be. There is even an incantation that says, not only do I not want you to go away, you can come back anytime you like. And here, have some cake. And if that's not random enough, I don't know what is. So we'll leave it at that. All right. Go ahead and close your eyes or gaze at a point out in front of you. Take a moment here just to connect with yourself, connect with your breath. Notice how you're feeling mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And as a way of stepping into our practice, we'll sing Om one time. Take a full breath in. Exhale completely. Inhale again. Release your hands, open your eyes. Let's begin with some cat and cows. Come onto your hands and knees. Line up your wrists with your shoulders, knees with your hips. Round your spine, chin toward your chest, tailbone through your legs. As you inhale, reverse the movement. Lift your sitting bones, lift your sternum forward and up, shoulders back. Continue on your own with your breath at your own pace. Feel free after a few rounds to add in more organic movements. Maybe moving with the music. Downward facing dog. Lift your knees. Press your thighs back, heels toward the floor. Breathe here. Feel free to bend and straighten one knee at a time. Maybe just stay still. We'll see how this playlist goes. I put together last minute. Sometimes it works out, sometimes not so much. But we're just going to roll with it today. Sideways dog, come to your outer right foot, inner left foot, and plant both soles of feet down to the floor. Keep your hips high, lengthen from hips to armpits. Then from here, make sure your right wrist is way out in front of your right shoulder. Then take your left arm straight up, side plank variation. Good. Downward dog. Sideways dog, second side. Lean your heels to the left, toes to the right. Lengthen from hips to armpits. Lean into your left side, right arm up. Downward dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower your left knee to the floor. And then lower your forearms to the floor inside your right leg. Breathe here. Push your elbows down and back, sternum forward and up. Squeeze your legs toward each other. Feel free to rock your hips side to side if a little movement feels good in your hips and legs. Take your hands to the floor, walk your hands back, and then work your right leg towards straight. Take your right leg and just take it to the midline of your mat, and then keep your back toes curled under. For this one, we're sliding our hips all the way back to our left heel. And then fold forward for a runner stretch. Feel free to take your forearms to the floor. It's a runner stretch plus a toe crusher. Bend your right knee, lift your hips. Take your hands forward out in front of your right foot, and then lift your left leg parallel to the floor. Point your left toes and kneecaps straight down, and then start to fold forward towards your right leg as you lift your leg a little higher. Step your left foot back, and then take your back heel to the floor, back toes point sharply forward for warrior one. Lift your torso, lift your arms. Press tailbone forward, ribs back, lengthen from hips to armpits. Downward facing dog. Left foot forward. Low lunge, back knee down. Forearms down. Press tailbone forward. Allow your head to drop or keep your chin lifting. Walk your hands back. Runner stretch with a toe crusher. Sit back. Forward fold. Standing split, step into your left foot, lift your right leg parallel to the floor, point toes and kneecap down, then at your own pace, at your own rate, fold forward, maybe lift your right leg higher. Warrior one, step back. Lift your torso, arms up. Downward dog. Plank pose. Lower halfway down, chaturanga, feel free to use your knees. Lower all the way down, cobra pose, hips forward, shoulders back, curl back, squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other, elbows in. Make your pinky toes heavier. Lower all the way down, push back, child's pose, knees wide, toes together. All fours, revolve child's pose. Keep your big toes together, knees a little wide, and then take your right arm straight up. Swing your right shoulder and ear to the floor. Push the back of your right hand down, pull it toward you. Walk your left hand forward, push your left hand down and forward. Tack your left hip back. Swing your hips a little to your right. Point your toes more. Walk your left hand back. Reach your right arm up, push down to your left arm as you push your right arm up and hold here. Lower your right hand under your shoulder. Reach your left arm up. Twist, shoulder ear to the floor. Walk your right hand forward into the left. Square your hips more. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Walk your right hand back. Push down through your right arm, lift left arm straight up. Hold. Lower your hands. Downward dog. Step or jump to your hands. Then bring your feet either hip distance or together, knees bent or straight, and fold ribs to thighs, face toward your shins. Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands on hips, shoulders back, stand up. Reach your arms up. Exhale, palms in front of your heart. Good. Take your arms straight up, interlace your fingers, extend pointer finger and cross your thumbs. Lean your hips to your left, torso to your right for crescent. Push evenly through your inner feet as you lengthen the sides of your body long. Come back up, switch the clasp of your hands to the non-dominant, hips to your right, torso to your left. Come back up, wrap your right arm under your left arm, Gardasana arms, either hold shoulders joined backs of hands or palms. Squeeze your elbows toward each other, shoulders back, lift up through your sternum, and lean your hips to your left, torso to your right again. Equal crescent. Maybe look toward the left, keeping your left shoulder away from your chin. Come back up, keep your arms bound, bend your knees. Wrap your right knee on top of your left knee. Squeeze leg to leg, maybe hook your foot behind your calf and sit back toward your standing heel. Unbind your arms, unbind your legs, reach up. Exhale, palms in front of your heart. Reach your arms up. Left arm under. Hold shoulders, join backs of hands or palms. Pull elbows forward and down. Lift through your sternum. Lean hips to your right, torso to your left. Maybe turn your gaze to the right. Come back up. Bend your knees. Right knee or left knee over right knee. Squeeze leg to leg, elbow to elbow. Gaze steady, focused. Come back to center, arms up. Yoga jumping jacks, bend your knees, step or jump feet wide. Fingertips in front of your chest, bend your knees, step or jump feet together. Keep going at your own pace. You can do it easier, harder, faster, slower, jump, step, in whatever way makes it more doable. Next time your feet go wide, leave them wide. Turn your left toes in, right toes out. Triangle pose, hips to the left, torso to the right. Right hand to shin, ankle, floor, block. Turn open toward the ceiling. Tack your left hip back, shoulders back, reach out in all directions. Maybe even look up. Revolve triangle. Feel free to keep your feet as far apart as they are, or when you turn to square to your right foot, maybe hop your back foot in a step. Square your hips over your right leg, lengthen your spine. Step left hand inside or outside right foot, right hand to hip or low back. Twist your torso vertebrae by vertebrae to the right. Maybe gaze up, maybe lift your right arm. Slowly stand up. Rewind your stance. Turn right toes in, left toes out. Triangle to the left. Reach hips to the right. Left hand to shin, ankle, floor, block. Reach right arm toward the ceiling, maybe gaze up. Revolve triangle, right hand to the floor, square your hips, maybe step forward a step, right hand inside or outside left foot, left hand to hip or low back, or maybe reach it up as you twist open to the left. Carefully stand up, turn to face the middle. Interlace fingers behind your back. Turn your toes in slightly, heels a little wider than pinky toes. Pull your shoulder blades toward each other, maybe straighten your arms, and then fold heart first, head last in between your legs. Bound Prasarnapadottanasana. Push through inner and outer feet. Lift your arches of your feet. Squeeze your legs in. Place your hands on the floor, lengthen your spine. Turn your right toes slightly out. Bend your right knee, Skandasana to the right. Lift your left toes. Squat as low as you can, palms in front of your heart or hands on the floor. Squeeze your back or your left foot down and toward your left hip. Skandasana, other side. Back to center. Turn your toes slightly in and fold again. Heart first, head last. Push hands down and forward. Feet down and back, shoulders away from ears. Inhale, lengthen your spine, hands on hips, shoulders back, stand up. Arms wide to the side, turn right toes out. Bend right knee, forearm to thigh, left arm beyond your ear. You can stay in this variation or take right hand outside foot, extended side angle pose. Turn open, widen right knee to the right. Push back foot down and toward the wall behind you. Maybe gaze at your left palm. Half moon. Look down, left hand to hip. Step your back foot forward. Right hand forward and to the right of your right foot. Lift your left leg parallel to the floor, toes point out. Stack shoulders and hips. Feel free to lift your left arm straight up, or even take your arm alongside your left leg, like a mountain pose arm. All right, this is gonna be a fancy transition. Keep your leg up, take your hands, left hand to the floor. Take your left knee behind your right knee. And then bend your right knee, and then take your hands back and sit on the floor. You're in Ardha Matsyendrasana legs. Right foot outside left knee, left heel outside right hip. Take your left arm up, twist to the right, and take armpit outside your thigh. Lengthen up out of the top of your head. Push down through your right hand, shoulders back, maybe gaze back. Untwist. We're gonna go reverse. Hands to the floor surrounding your right foot. Lean forward, push through your feet, lift your hips. And then heel toe your right foot more to the midline of your mat. Left leg up. And now you're gonna just step back. Turn your back heel down, stand up. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. Side angle prep. Forearm to thigh, left side. Right arm beyond your ear. Stay here, come into the full pose, left hand outside foot. Maybe gaze toward your right palm. Half moon. Step forward, right leg up. Lift your right arm or right arm along your side. Ardha Matsyendrasana, square to the floor, right knee behind left knee, bend both knees. Sit back on your hips. Left foot outside right knee, right heel outside left hip. Lift your right arm up, twist, and then push down through your left arm, lengthen through your spine, maybe gaze back. All right, reverse, lean forward, lift your hips, heel toe your left foot to the midline of your mat, lift your right leg back, and then step back. Stand up, step or jump your feet together. Good. Grab your right knee or shin with your hands. Pull your knee as high as you can without letting your hips dip forward, and then press your tailbone toward your heels. You can stay here or do the whole hand to shin thing the entire time, or grab right big toe, first two fingers and thumb with your right hand. Keep squeezing leg and arm into leg, left hand to hip. Kick your right leg towards straight. Pull up on your big toe as you push big toe back into your fingers. Take left arm to left for balance, right leg to the right, tailbone toward your heels, right hip down and under. Good. Leg forward, twist, left hand outside right foot, right hand to hip, twist to the right, maybe right arm back, gaze to the right. Look forward, right hand to big toe, left hand to hip, then lower foot. Great. Pull left knee towards you. Grab your shin. Right hand to hip. Left arm inside leg, grab your big toe. Push foot and hand into each other, kick forward. Lengthen through the top of your head. Open left leg, right arm. Tailbone, outer left hip, pushing down. Revolved, leg forward, right hand to outer foot, left hand to hip, twist, maybe look back. Gaze forward, left hand to foot, right hand to hip, bend your knee, lower your foot, downward dog. Take your right foot outside your right hand, and then keep your left hand forward away from your left shoulder so it's angled forward, and then spin to your outer left foot. Lean into your left hand and foot, keep your right leg where it is, maybe turn your toes out, and lift your right arm up. Another side plank variation. Now lean a little more into your left hand and foot, and wiggle your right foot toward straight forward into the right. So your right toes might even lift off the floor. Maybe you can come to your right heel, and then slide your right leg back and stack it on top of your left leg. See if you can go reverse. Take your right leg, slide it on the floor forward, bend your knee, lean into your right foot, and come back to down dog. Left foot outside left hand. Lean into your right hand, right foot, turn your left toes out, left arm up. Stay like this, or lean a little into your right hand, right foot. Work your left leg towards straight, maybe left toes up. Then keep leaning into your right hand and right foot. Slide your left leg back, take some ab work. Stack your legs. Slide your leg forward, foot down, hands down, down dog. Take your knees to the floor, as close to your toes as you can, toes curled under, slide your knees back, sit back on your heels. Thunderbolt, fingers interlaced, backs of hands on top of head, clamp your fingers closed, pull really hard on your hands, and maybe straighten your arms. Pull your rib cage back, tone your abdomen, press your tailbone forward. Hands to the floor, lie on your right side. Take your right arm way out in front of your mat. Scoot your hips a little bit more toward the side of your mat you're facing, so that way everything's in a straight line. And then place your head into your right hand. Push down through your right elbow, hip, and foot, and then keep your whole leg actively pushing into the floor on the right side. You can stay working here, take your left arm on your left side, palm to your thigh. Stay working here, or bend your left knee, grab your left big toe, and then push your leg toward the ceiling, push thigh away from your face, push hand into foot, foot into hand. Endless pose. Slowly lower your leg to your leg. Roll onto your left side. Slide your left arm straight. Scoot your hips forward. Stack everything. Push through your left foot, leg, hip, arm. Place head and hand. Maybe right arm along your right side. Stay here, grab your right big toe. Maybe lift your leg towards straight. Try not to lean on your left butt cheek. One side will definitely be harder than the other. Stack your legs. Come onto your belly. Take your hands back further than cobra, so wrists more into your elbows. And then push up to upward facing dog, hips almost touching the floor, shoulders back, curl back. Downward dog. All right, here we are. So we're gonna put some things together. Lean onto your left hand, come to your outer left foot, and then grab your right big toe with your right first two fingers and thumb. Feel free to just do side plank. Kick your right leg forward. Push through your left arm and left leg as you lift your right leg up and point your right foot toward the ceiling. And turn open, try to lift through your heart, maybe even turn your chest upward. You can either come out or do a wild thing first. Foot to the floor behind you, hips up, shoulders back, curl back. And then shift back to down dog. Lift your left leg, or lean to your right side. Brain fart. Grab your left foot. Kick your leg forward. Push through your right hand, right foot, lift your hips. Turn your left leg toward the ceiling. Maybe lift your chest more, shoulders back. Brighten your heart like you're a star bursting forth. And then wild thing. Downward dog. Folded child's pose. Knees a little closer together. Arms sides of legs, palms up. And then let your head rest toward the floor. Place your hands under your shoulders, lift your chin, sit up, then lie down on your back. Bridge pose. Place your feet flat on the floor, point your toes straight ahead, make sure your feet are hip distance. Walk your shoulders in one at a time toward your spine. Push the backs of your shoulders down so your upper back spine lifts off the floor. Then lift your hips up. Keep pushing through the backs of your shoulders. Grab your mat or interlace fingers underneath you. Straighten your arms. Walk your shoulders in again. Lift your chin away from your sternum. Push your knees away from your hips. Heels toward your hips. Release your hands, lower your hips, rest knees together, feet wide. Feel free to place one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Windshield wipers, let your knees go side to side, left to right, right to left. Feel free to pause at any point that needs a little extra time or attention. Rolling across your glute muscles, helping to let go of tension that may be held there. Come back to center. Needle's eye, Sukhi Randrasana, right ankle over your left knee. Widen your right knee to the right, clamp right heel toward your hip like you're bending your knee more. Then pull your legs toward your chest. Grab left thigh or your shin. Feel free to rock side to side on the right side of your back. Take deep breaths. Switch the cross of your legs. Left ankle on right knee. Widen left knee to the left, pull your legs in. Feel free to rock side to side on the left side. Let go of your legs. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Lift and lower your hips. Then let your knees drop to the right. Double dorje. Place your right foot to your left thigh. Push thigh into leg, foot into thigh. Then maybe grab your left wrist with your right hand and pull in the opposite direction. Switch sides, unhook your foot and wrist, hips to center, knees to the left, left foot to right thigh, left hand to right wrist, pull apart. Let go of your wrist, unhook your foot, come back to center, hips to center. Do a couple more windshield wipers, knees side to side. Then roll over to one side, sit up. Take your legs out in front. Janu Shirshasana, left knee to your left. Turn toward your right leg and fold forward, turning your torso straight down, keeping your right toes and knee pointing up, and gently pushing through your left shin as you fold. Inhale, lengthen, sit back up. Parivrtta, Janu Shirshasana, turn to the left, right hand to left knee, left arm up. Stay long in your spine, twisting to the left as you lean to the right. Maybe take your right hand or forearm inside your leg to support you, or take your whole side down inside your thigh. Lean into your thigh, grab outer foot with left hand if you're going for the foot grab, and then inner foot with your right hand, as long as you stay sideways. Maybe turn your gaze upward and hold here. Slowly come back up. Stay long in your spine, left leg forward, right leg to the right. Turn to face your left leg and fold over your leg. Face toward your shin. Inhale, lengthen. Parivrtta, twist to the right. Right arm up. Lean to the left. Support yourself as necessary or go all the way down, right hand outer edge of foot. Left hand inner edge of foot. Slowly come back up. Stay long in your spine. Take your right leg forward. Feel free to bend your knees or straighten your legs for seated forward fold, Paschimottanasana, ribs to thighs. Grab shin, ankle, feet, and fold, rounding your spine evenly over your legs. Push your heels down and apart, shoulders back, away from your ears. Next inhale, slowly sit back up. Bring your feet together, knees wide, Baddha Konasana, bound angle. Feel free to scoot your sitting bones back a little bit, move your bottom flesh back, and then bring your heart toward your feet, face toward the floor. Maybe walk your hands forward. Feel free to come down as low as you feel is optimal, and even use a block under your head if you need. Next inhale, lengthen your spine, slowly sit up. Use your hands outside your knees to lift your knees back up, and then face the long edge of your mat for Upavishta Konasana, wide angle. Feel free to move your sitting bones back, point toes and kneecaps up, either lean back or fold, again, just as far as you'd like. Feel free to rest your head on something or let it drop. Slowly lengthen your spine. Sit back up. Use your hands under your knees to pull your legs in. Take your elbows outside your knees, hook your fingers, shoulders back, and feel free to drop your head forward, seated child's pose. Lift your chin, cross your legs, do a short pranayama, nadi shodhana. First two fingers of your right hand toward the center of your palm, ring finger to left nostril, thumb to right nostril. Take a full breath in through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Plug the left, inhale right. Plug the right, exhale left. Inhale left. Plug left, exhale right. Inhale right, continue on your own. After your next exhale through your right nostril, release the hand position. Come back to a natural breath. Feel free to stay upright in a seated meditative posture or come down onto your back or in any other comfortable position to rest, Shavasana.